What's up, y'all? It's your boy Isaac, and I have quite an interesting video for you guys today. So today I'm going to be talking about the top 3 players in each position in the league, and this is going to be based on their current form and not their general ability. So top 6 lovers, if you don't see your favorite players in there, please don't be surprised, because like I said, this is based on their current form. So bear in mind, this is going to be based on a 4-2-3-1. So without further ado, let's get to it. So in goal, in third place, I have Bernd Leno, Arsenal's number 1. So the reason why I have him there is because he is the number 1 shot stopper in the league. He has 47 saves. Not only that, he is very agile, he's quick off his line, and he has been quite reliable for us for Arsenal since last season. Without some of the saves that he's made for us last season and even this season, I feel like we would have dropped so many points, and that's why I feel like he deserves to be in the top 3. So that's why I'm putting him there. Next up, we have the Sheffield United goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. So what a lot of people don't actually know about this guy is that he's actually on loan from Man United. So he's been on loan for them for quite a while, but he's been doing so well for Sheffield United. He actually has the most clean sheets in the league, tied with only Edison of 5. He was also nominated for Player of the Month in September. So you can see how important he is to Sheffield's defense. Sheffield actually have the joint best defense in the league. They have only conceded 8 goals in 11 games. That's crazy. And a lot of that is due to Dean Henderson because of how commanding he is at the back and how well he commands the back line. So that's why I'm putting Dean Henderson as my number 2. And number 1, sorry Liverpool fans, but it's not Alisson, because like I said, this is based on current form, and Alisson obviously has not played majority of the season. So this is going to Edison from Man City, because without a doubt, this guy is one of the best keepers in the world. His distribution is unreal. I'm pretty sure he had like 1 or 2 assists last season. He has been outstanding for them, and it's almost like having an extra defender at the back because of how confident he is with his feet. Because of the way that Man City play, he's such an important player for them because he's able to bring out the ball so well and pick out a key pass here and there. His ability is probably unlike any other in the league right now, only next to Alisson, and that's why I feel like he probably deserves to be number 1. Now moving on to the left back position, and in third place I have Lucas Digne. So why I have him there is because he has been so solid for Everton, and he's been so influential on both ends of the pitch. He really does offer such a big threat going forward with his crosses. He's only 3rd in the league with 99. He has the 2nd most number of shots for a defender with 12 shots. So that's quite impressive if you think about it. If he's coming from left back, he's able to get up and down the pitch really quickly for them. So that's why I feel like Lucas Digne probably deserves to be 3rd. Second, we have Ben Chilwell from Leicester City. Might be a surprising name to hear for some of you guys, but you know, some of these other teams other than the top 6 really do deserve to have players in these rankings because some of them have been really outstanding based on their current form. So yeah, Ben Chilwell, he has been so outstanding for Leicester City. He is pretty much like a modern day left fullback. The way that he's able to carry the ball, and he's a very, very strong dribbler. He's only still 22, but his intelligence and the way that he's able to read the game, he has such great positional awareness, and from what I've seen, he's so composed on the ball for somebody that's only 22. He really does always look to bomb forward, and he always gives that threat for Leicester down the wing. So that's why I'm giving 2nd place to Ben Chilwell. And in 1st place, to no surprise, congratulations Liverpool supporters, it's going to Andy Robertson. Without a doubt, one of the best left backs in the world, arguably maybe the best right now. His ability to whip in a ball is unmatched. His pressing has been so impressive for me. He would run up all the way to the goalkeeper from the left back position just to get back the ball, and I think that sums up the kind of player that he is. He has the 2nd most number of passes in the league, and he's 3rd for a number of crosses. So it's very obvious that he offers them such a big threat going down the left. He is also the Scotland captain as well. He is a leader for Liverpool. The Liverpool fans love him. He's a fan favourite, and it's very obvious to see why, because he just puts his heart on his sleeve and he plays for the badge so much. So that's why I'm giving number 1 to Andy Robertson. In the left centre back position, in 3rd place, I'm putting Tyrone Mings from Aston Villa. I wasn't kidding when I said some of these names were going to be unexpected. United. So for those of you who don't know, Tyrone Mings is actually a very, very tall, towering centre-back, 6'5". He plays for the Aston Villa backline, and he has been so important for them. The way that he's able to marshal the defense very well. He's a strong, powerful, big defender. His ability to spray out a long pass as well. For those of you who don't believe that he is actually that good, he actually has the most blocks in the league as well. 22 blocks. So that's why I'm giving number 3 to Tyrone Mings. And number 2, Chelsea fans, you'll be happy to hear I'm giving it to Fikayo Tomori. The reason why is because he has been outstanding for them. He came into the side because of Chelsea's injury crisis, and he has fit in seamlessly. This guy is so quick to recover the ball. He's clearly a ball-playing centre-back. He's so confident on the ball as well. He has really sharp passing as well, which is something that I've been impressed with. People probably thought that they were going to be in trouble when they had their injury crisis with, the likes of Christensen, Rudiger being out. But Tomori has done so well for them. He is so sharp, and the way that he has seamlessly fit into this Chelsea backline, it's very admirable, and he has to be proud for a player of his age as well. So that's why I'm giving number 2 to Tomori. And number 1, to nobody's surprise, this is going to Virgil van Dijk. Arguably the best defender in the world right now. I feel like he has been and will continue to be for quite some time. The way that this guy just protects Liverpool's backline is unreal. Such an assured presence at the back, so strong and so powerful. I remember last season nobody dribbled past him as well. He has such good intelligence, and he knows where to position himself and gives himself the space to cut out a pass, to go one-on-one with an attacker who's trying to come into the final third. I feel like he does that so well. He's also really mobile for a guy his size. He has the most passes for a defender, 847, and he has the most aerial duels won as well, 61. The way that he's playing right now, I feel like he would take on any player that wants to come against him right now, and rightly so, because his ability to defend is just world class, and I feel like he has been such an important player for Liverpool, arguably as important as Mane, Salah and Firmino have been for them at the front. So that's why I'm giving number 1 to Virgil van Dijk. And now moving on to the right centre back position, this is probably going to be the one that surprises you guys the most. I'm giving it to John Egan from Sheffield United. Let me explain why. So the way that Sheffield United play, they play with a back 5, right? And they have this concept of overlapping centre-backs. He usually plays in the centre of the back 3, and what he does is that he commands so well, and he has been so important for Sheffield United because they have had the joint most clean sheets in the league, which is so unexpected from them. Look at the way that they play. Look at the way that their back 5 work together. He is so important to that, and that's why I'm putting him in top 3, because I feel like he has been so important for them. From what I've seen, at least, he's been really impressive for Sheffield United, arguably one of their stand-up performers as well. So that's why I'm giving number 3 to John Egan. And number 2, I'm giving this to Joel Matip, and the reason why is because it seems as if this season he has been utterly renewed. His partnership with Virgil van Dijk has been so outstanding. One thing that I like about Joel Matip is his ability to really carry the ball forward well. He is quite a tall guy, and I would say he's really impressive at going forward, carrying the ball through the midfield, and that's probably one of his best assets, to me at least. The way that he is able to intercept so much. He is, like I said, a very tall guy. He's able to cut up passes so easily, and he has been such an important player for them. I feel like Joel Matip this season has been criminally underrated. Liverpool fans will know how important he's been for them, and that's why I'm putting Joel Matip as number 2. And number 1, this goes to the Leicester City defender Douglas Soyuncu. So the reason why I'm giving this to him is because when Harry Maguire left Leicester City, everybody probably thought that they were going to have problems at the back, but he has filled that void seamlessly, and he has done so well for them. He's a very dynamic defender. He is able to play the ball out well from the back, obviously because Leicester now play a possession game under Brendan Rodgers. He's so pacey, he reads the game well, and I think that he's so underrated. If you guys haven't seen him, I think you probably should, because he is such a good player for Leicester City. That's why I'm giving him number 1. And now the last part of the defense, moving on to right back. So in third place, this goes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Listen, I know many fans are probably thinking, why is he third? He probably deserves to be first, but let me explain. Let me just first say that I'm a big fan of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The thing that I love the most about him is his tackling. This guy literally loves to defend. His timing of his tackles is unmatched. And it's crazy if you think about the fact that when he grew up playing as a winger, converted now into a defender. The way that he gets so stuck in and the way that he tackles is so impressive to me, considering that he's somebody of his age. His composure on the ball as well, and his positional awareness to know where to go, to know where to put a tackle in, and to know when to just follow the runner. I think he's really brilliant for Man U. And that's why number 3 goes to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And number 2, I'm going with Ricardo Pereira from Leicester City, and this is why. This guy has had the most tackles in the league this season, 53 tackles. He's been so outstanding for them. He is so rapid down the wing. This guy is so quick. This guy would go all the way from his right back position, go down the wing, through the midfield. He is not afraid to go forward at all. And that's probably one of his best attributes. He's a very strong dribbler on the ball. He runs forward with literally so much aggression, and he probably deserves a lot more credit. He's been so solid defensively for Leicester for the past 2 seasons, and I think that he's genuinely one of the best players that they have right now. So that's why I'm giving number 2 to Ricardo Pereira. And the number 1 spot goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool, and it's pretty much obvious why. This guy at my age is already a Ballon d'Or nominee. His ability to pass the ball, his passing range, his mobility is unmatched. I'm pretty sure I heard one of the Sky Sports pundits once describe him as, it's like having Kevin De Bruyne at right back, and that is so true. His accuracy and precision on the ball. He's such a threat from set pieces as well. The goal that he scored against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, unbelievable. For somebody his age to be doing the things that he's doing, to have done the things that he's done, winning the Champions League at the age that he has, I think that he probably genuinely deserves number 1. He has the most touches in the league for a defender, 1,146, and that shows how involved he gets in the game. He really offers them so much down the flank. So that's why number 1 goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And now for the defensive midfield position in number 3, this goes to Ilkay Gundogan from Man City. So the reason why I'm giving this to Gundogan is because he is so versatile for Man City. His preferred position is as a DM, but he's been deployed in so many other positions. He's played as an 8, he's played as an attacking midfielder in the midfield. Whatever position that you put him in, he just does well. But obviously his preferred position is as a DM, and that's a position that he's been thriving in recently. And this guy is not afraid to find space when he's near to the box and just score a goal or 2. So that's why I'm giving number 3 to Gundogan. And number 2, I'm giving this to Fabinho for Liverpool. And the reason why I'm giving him number 2 is because this guy is literally a metronome in Liverpool's midfield. The way that he's able to turn defense to attack so quickly, the way that he's able to hold the ball in midfield as well, Liverpool fans can agree that he did not have the best start to his Liverpool life, but the way that he's come into his own now, and now he's really taken it into his own hands to be able to be one of the best midfielders in the league, I think that he deserves a lot of credit. And you can just see how important he has been for Liverpool, and that's why I'm putting him as my number 2. So the number 1 position goes to Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester City. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a lot of Leicester City players in here because they are just really that good. So here's some stats about Wilfred Ndidi. This guy has the most tackles in the league, and he has the most interceptions. Well, that shows how quick he is to stop a pass going through the midfield. The way that he screens the back line, he makes sure that nothing goes through. This guy is literally a reincarnation of N'Golo Kante and what he was for Leicester City. He has incredible work rate. This guy could lose the ball, win the ball back in 3 seconds, and that sums up the entire player that he is. Such an important player for Leicester City's midfield, and that's why I'm giving him the number 1 position. And now for the attacking midfield, in 3rd position, this goes to Arsenal's Matteo Guendouzi. So the reason why I'm giving this to Guendouzi is because he's always looking to drive forward and break through the lines. He obviously has composure over his years. So that's why I'm giving the 3rd position to Matteo Guendouzi. In 2nd place, I'm giving this to Yuri Tillemans from Leicester City. And the reason why is because this guy's link-up play is literally brilliant. Because of his touch, the way he's able to link up with the players around him, and the way that he's able to control so much of what goes on in the midfield. He has such sharp passing ability, and his awareness of space to drop a defender and find space is so impressive. So number 2 goes to Yuri Tielemans. And number 1 goes to none other than Chelsea's Jorginho. Jorginho has utterly evolved under Frank Lampard, to say the least. He has the most passes in the league with 865. If you look at the assist that he got for Abraham's goal, that sums up his entire passing ability. No unnecessary passes. You can see that every pass that he plays has a purpose, and Jorginho is just able to go forward so well, lay it off to his teammates so easily, and that's why I feel like Jorginho probably deserves the number 1 spot. And now moving on to the right wing, in third place, I'm going with Nicolas Pepe. So the reason why I'm giving this to Nicolas Pepe is because we all know that he obviously did not start the season very well. It took him some time to get the ground running. But when he did, when you saw how direct he is with the ball, I remember the game at NFL, which we lost, fine, but the way that he spun Virgil van Dijk and Eddie Robson, I've never seen anything like that in my life happen to either of them. He's able to retain the ball so well in tight spaces. Sometimes I feel like he's gonna lose the ball, but he's somehow able to wriggle it out. So that's why I'm giving the third position to Nicolas Pepe. And in second position, this goes to none other than Mohamed Salah. And this is why. Mo Salah has obviously been one of the best players in the world. He has been for a while now. The way that he's able to cut inside, the way that he runs at defenders and turns them inside out is unreal. Such a clinical finisher in front of the goal. And the goals that he scores, he offers them so much pace going forward, and he's so good at a one-on-one. And that's why I feel like Salah definitely deserves to be up there in top 3. So in first position, this obviously has to go to none other than Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling has quite probably been one of the top 3 best forwards in the world for a while now. The way that he's able to finish so lethally, his ability to get into the box, his intelligent movement off the ball, the way that he's so ruthless in front of goal, I feel like this is a completely transformed Raheem Sterling as of maybe 2-3 seasons ago. And he is such a dangerous threat for Man City down the wings. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's scoring so many goals for fun now. 13 goals in 15 appearances. That's more than any Premier League player this season so far. He really ranks up there with the best in the world, and that's why he goes to number 1. And now on to the central attacking midfield position. So this is like the number 10-ish position, the main creator in midfield. In third position, I have Mason Mount from Chelsea. So the reason why I have Mason Mount in there is because the energy that he provides to Chelsea's midfield, he's so dynamic, he's not afraid to run at defenders. But the way that Frank Lampard has got him playing, creating chances, he even has such a good shot on him. He's scored a few goals this season as well. He is actually the top scoring midfielder in the season so far. He's pretty much the epitome of how Chelsea's youth are playing right now, and that's why I put him at number 3. In the second position, a player that we all probably regard to be very good as well, James Maddison from Leicester City. He is so intelligent at passing the ball. The way that he's able to create space for himself, he creates so many chances for Leicester City. He does that playmaking role so well for them. And not only that, he's really dangerous at set pieces as well. You know, from free kicks, from corners, he's always able to whip in the ball. I feel like that was probably one of the things he was most recognized for when he first came up with Norwich, and that's why I'm putting James Maddison at second place. And in first, to me, the best creator in the Premier League right now, up there with the best in the world, Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne is unmatched. The way that he's able to spray a pass, long, short, the way that he's able to find space, whipping the ball from the most unreal angles. He has the most assists in the league right now, and it's very easy to see why. And he offers them a whole new dimension when he plays. This guy is able to create chances out of nothing, and that's probably one of his best assets. He's one of those kind of guys that can change a game instantly. He makes the difference, and that's why he's up there at number 1. And now for the left wing position, in third place, I'm going with Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. So the reason why I'm going with Zaha is because I feel like Zaha has such a very good ability to run at defenders. With the tricks that he has in his bag, he is probably one of Crystal Palace's, if not the best, one of the best players that they have in the entire squad. Maybe you can argue that he is lacking a bit of end product, but then again, you can't deny that when he's on the pitch, and as compared to when he's not, he makes the difference for them. So that's why I'm giving Wilfried Zaha the third position. In second place, I'm going with Daniel James from Man United. He is one of the quickest players in the league, I feel. He offers them so much going forward on the channels, the way that he runs up the left wing, and he has scored some really good goals as well. He dribbles well, his acceleration is unbelievable, and I feel like he is going to be an important player for Man U in the years to come. So that's why I'm giving the second position to Daniel James. In first position, the best player in the Premier League right now, and that goes to Sadio Mane. And look at how he's playing now. He literally is so good. He is so strong on the ball, and his finishing has been so good. This guy scores all kinds of goals. Long range, short range, tap-ins. He scores all kinds of goals, and the movement that he has off the ball and the movement that he creates for himself to get into these spaces, I feel like any team would hate to play against Mane right now because of the confidence that he has. So that's why I'm giving the number one spot to Sadio Mane. And now lastly, on to the centre forwards. In third place, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We all know that Aubameyang is known for his pace. This guy is so quick. He's not exactly the youngest guy in the world anymore. We have to remember that. But he is so quick on the ball, and the way that he runs down the channel, his finishing, that's what makes him one of the best strikers in the world for me. He creates goals out of nothing. Because of Aubameyang, he has won us so many points this season. We would be in such a bad position without Aubameyang. Because of the goals that he gets for us, he scores such important goals for us. He is also the fastest player in Arsenal's history to get 50 goals in 78 games. That's faster than Thierry Henry. That's faster than Ian Wright. It's just sad that he came to Arsenal a bit late, because I feel like if he came a bit earlier, he probably would have broken so many more records. But then again, while we have him now, I'm gonna enjoy him because he is just outstanding, and that's why I'm giving him third position. In second place, I'm going with Sergio Aguero from Man City. So we all know that Sergio Aguero has been the main man for them for a very long time, and he is so important for them in how he brings players in as well, the way that he holds the ball up. I feel like he does that so well for somebody of his size. In 13 games, he already has 13 goals and 2 assists. And that's just crazy, because if you think about it, this guy has been playing at the highest level for so long, and to maintain the consistency that he has is not an easy feat. And that's why I'm giving second place to Sergio Aguero. And last but not least, the number one centre forward position, I'm giving it to Jamie Vardy of Leicester City. We all know how well Jamie Vardy has been doing for Leicester City over the years. We know how well he did in that season when they won the league. He has been so potent in front of goal. His ability to run behind the defenses. When Jamie Vardy is there is always a chance that he'll score a goal. He is just able to create something out of nothing, and I think that's probably one of his best assets. Not only that, he is also the first player to 10 goals this season and has the most number of Premier League goals this entire year with 22. We know that he's been at Leicester for some time. He has been an outstanding player for them, and it's of no doubt that obviously he is going to be an important player for them for the rest of the season. And that's why I feel like the number one position for centre forwards has to go to Jamie Vardy. So there you have it. That is my top 3 for each position in the league. Like I said, there were some unexpected names in here, but I feel like these choices were justified. So let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you agree or disagree. Let me know what your top 3 for each position would have been, and I will see you guys soon. Peace!